Hi there, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Business Over Chai podcast.
We made this short video just to summarise our top 4 episodes in 2021. But before we show you our top 4, we wanted to present to you and just remind you of the mission of our podcast, which is to share startup stories that would inspire the next generation of entrepreneurs across the South Asian community.
We've had over 3,500 streams on our platforms across the globe, including listeners from the UK, US and India, with many more episodes planned for next year.
This year, we released 10 episodes and hosted entrepreneurs across the following sectors, to name a few: fintech, food and hospitality, TV and broadcasting, and medicine.
So what's our top 4 episodes?
Episode 1, Conquering Dragon's Den, Freebies and Writing an Amazon #1 bestseller, How to Live for Free, with Deepak Taylor. In our very first episode, we spoke to Deepak, who's a serial entrepreneur and founder of latestfreestuff.co.uk. He successfully connected global brands with consumers and also appeared on BBC's Dragon's Den, where he was able to successfully obtain 3 different offers. Here's a quick snippet from his podcast.
On Dragon's Den, I actually took the website that I developed, I think in 2011 or 2012. It was a site called Latest Free Stuff that I took to there. I'd never expected to be as big as kind of even an opportunity to take it to Dragon's Den, because it was, I assumed it might have been one of the 70 small websites that I launched, but this was just another one that it was like a year or 2 into the website launching that I thought we might have some traction. And then Dragon's Den, the team from there actually reached out to me, which funnily enough I didn't expect. And they said, you look like you have a website that's growing, it looks quite cool, and said, would you want to come on the show? And Dragon's Den was at that point one of my favourite shows, if not probably still my favourite show. It's probably that or Apprentice is probably up there somewhere. That was if you could pick any show in the world, that would be the show I would want to go on at some point, but I never even would have ever dreamt of going on the show.
The next episode is episode 5, How I Opened My First Restaurant, with Mehak Kansal. In this episode we speak to Mehak, owner of Bindas Eatery, an Indian street food restaurant. In our conversation we learn how Mehak transitioned from a legal career into following her passion for food. Her popularity really grew when she started her food blogs, and then she entered a competition which landed her a prime spot at Westfield Shopping Centre. Here is a quick snippet from the episode.
I think that after I got married, I felt almost pressured into being a certain way. And I think I felt that pressure from both, my in-law side as well as my family side. And I think that after you get married, you feel torn and that you're in the middle and you're almost in a pressure cooker. And I felt like I was in this pressure cooker and I was doing everything for everybody else. I wasn't happy and I was not doing what I really wanted. And I think that towards the end of our first year of getting married, I just had this realization moment of, why am I not doing something for myself? And if I want to do something for myself, I need to be strong enough to basically quieten all those voices everywhere, from all sides of every family, as well as voices of disbelief in myself, and actually just go for it.
Episode 9, Rebranding BritAsia TV to reach 1 million viewers, with Tony Shergill. We spoke to Tony Shergill, who is the CEO of BritAsia TV, a popular TV channel among the young South Asian demographic. Tony speaks about his huge experience when he launched a Sikh channel, which was the first TV dedicated to the Sikh community. He also talks about the Punjabi Film Awards, which he held in London, as well as launching the BritAsia Fund, which is focused on supporting small businesses to realise their ambitions and dreams. Here's a quick snippet of the episode. You came in as CEO and you saw this TV channel running for a few years and you spotted an opportunity. How did that come about first? You obviously had the experience running a Sikh channel, but this was, something that you saw very different, in fact, because you're going from a religious type of content to now music. What was the turning point? What was that opportunity like?
I think at the time when I was looking at it, I was thinking about, yes, it is a great brand. Yes, it's a household name, but we need to do something a little bit different than what else is already out there. I love the fact that BritAsia represented so many different communities, so many different people from different backgrounds and the religious backgrounds. But when you really deeply look into into our culture, it's so rich. There's poetry, there's arts, there's color, there's dance. It's just amazing. And how that connects so many communities was what really, really interested me.
In the last episode of 2021, we speak to Srikanth, co-founder and group CEO of Fractal Analytics, a multinational analytics and AI company serving the largest customers across the globe. He talks us through how he left his career in finance desiring more and decided that entrepreneurship is really what he wanted to do. He didn't have an idea in mind, which led him to going back to his passion for mathematics and human behaviour to develop an idea of using AI and data to make better informed decisions. Srikanth also speaks about mentorship and the common mistakes he sees founders making, as well as the important topic of mental health issues that entrepreneurs face. Here is a quick snippet of the episode.
What was the aha moment that spurred you to think, okay, this is a business problem that I can really solve?
Sure. So I met with the ICICI leadership and said that we have a way in which we can build mathematical models on your data to predict customer risk. This was year 2000. India had not seen a single such application yet. They said, we understand the logic of this, but we didn't have enough data. We said, why don't you give us a try? They said, we don't know whether you can build this. To prove our credibility, we wrote a research paper on this topic. This is the first time we were doing it, but we investigated every single technique in the world to build better credit scoring models. We convinced ICICI that we knew what it takes and then agreed to do this project for free. Our only condition was, if the project is successful, they will A, give us a reference and actively promote us with other people, and B, consider us for future opportunities. So they agreed and we started working on it, and it was absolutely intoxicating. Just working with data, building mathematical models to find patterns in what drives customer risk. We were using math on data to understand consumer behavior, what drives default behavior. And this was just magic. We built those models. We created a 30-minute loan product. The idea was a customer walks into a let's say retail store, buys a flat panel television, doesn't have a credit card, but can just get a loan instantly and take the television home within 30 minutes. This was a revolutionary idea for year 2000, that too for India. It was something that ICICI executed thanks to the risk models that we could put behind them. Given that success, ICICI actively promoted Fractal as a company they did business with. They also gave us a testimonial. They were willing to look at us for other projects, and suddenly we were in business.
Once again, thank you so much for tuning into our podcast and your continued support.
We wish you all the very best for 2022, whether you're an experienced entrepreneur, whether you're about to launch a new venture, or you're just here to learn more about business and entrepreneurship.
Good luck in your future endeavours.